Hi Aries, my name is Lateesha and I am here with your astrology and tarot report for the first half of June 2019. And we have quite a bit happening for the month. I have my African American tarot here and I'm going to pull this at the end of the report. But first I'm going to talk to you about what's happening in astrology. So on June 3rd, we have the new moon in the sign of Gemini. So for you, this is happening in an area that has to do with your siblings, it has to do with cousins, and the community around you that you live in. And so this is for Aries, sun, moon, and rising. I want to make that clear that it can be affecting you on all levels. And so this new moon is bringing in this fresh and playful energy that is giving you an express reset, as it has to do with how you are communicating. It's bringing in a lightness, it's bringing in some joy, it's bringing in playfulness. It's asking you to release what has been heavy and weighted down in this area. Again, siblings, cousins, your community. It's giving you an opportunity for short distance travel, just hopping on the plane and just going somewhere just for fun, getting in the car, driving down to the beach, just for fun, short distance travel. Um, New energy as it relates to marketing. So if you are in advertising or sales, or if you are writing a book, um, something short, not a novel, this is a brand new reset energy for you. So this is something for you to pay attention to, this particular energy that's happening in your chart. And then on June the 5th, we have Mercury moving over into the sign of Cancer. On the same day, the moon will be in the sign of Cancer. So there will be a shift for you. And this is going to shift into your area of your home. It's going to affect how you are speaking to your mother and family members. More nurturing, more feeling, more caring energy can be felt. We already have Mars here in the sign of Cancer, as well as the north node of the moon is in the sign of Cancer. So this is going to cause you to be more focused on family, thinking more about family, thinking more about your mom, drawing closer to them, helping to figure out family issues and solving some things that could be happening within your family. All right. So we have that happening. And then on the 10th of June, we have Venus moving into the sign of Gemini. So Venus has been in the sign of Taurus. For you, this has been in the area that has to do with your income and the money that you make, that you earn, So Venus being there, I'm sure, has brought some increase, depending on your chart, depending on what's happening. But typically when Venus is in the sign of Taurus, for you, Aries, this brings an increase in the money that you earn. With her moving into the sign of Gemini, this is bringing in, again, more love for the siblings, more love for the community that you are part of. You may start having a love and being a part of community service around the area in which you live, and drawing closer to them, and then finding more support for yourself within your community. Okay, so these are some things that can show up for you in this area during that time. And so Venus will be in the sign of Gemini for about 6 weeks or so. So this will be a beautiful time for you to reconnect with your brothers and sisters, with your cousins, to travel, short distance travel. This will be a great time for that. On the same day, Virgo, the moon will be in the sign of Virgo. And the significance of that is that Virgo and Gemini are both ruled by Mercury. So on this particular day, this is going to be affecting you in your area of daily activities. So your co-workers around you, you'll have the moon that's there, so there'll be more of a sensitivity there. And ultimately, it can actually be more of a feeling of detachment, because Virgo is a sign that can be hypercritical. So with the moon there and then Venus in the sign of Gemini, it may be that the people around you may be more focused on what needs to be perfect. What needs to be perfect, just communication, a lot of talkativeness is going on, but there may not be a focus on gentleness and how do you feel and are you okay and that sort of thing may be slipped under the rug. Okay, and then we have on the 12th, we have Mars making a conjunction. Mars is already in the sign of Cancer, and so he is steadily moving forward, and so he will make a conjunction. He will come very close to the south node of the moon. I'm sorry, the north node of the moon. When he comes in conjunction with the north node of the moon, there will be even more of a push to draw closer to family, draw closer to mother. There will be something very passionate happening about drawing closer to the mothering and nurturing energy. If you are a mother, it is drawing closer to your children and renewing and refreshing in a passionate way those relationships. But at the same time, it will be making an opposition. Mars will be making an opposition to the south node of the moon. So when he makes this opposition to the south node of the moon, there will be a very dynamic power play relating to what it is that you had were holding on to as far as ideas of climbing to the top, making a name for yourself, becoming big in the public eye, structures, uh, climbing the corporate ladder and making it big in that way. So the South Node has already been in the sign of Capricorn, moving backwards, causing us to shed these ideas of what success really means, what it means to be great and grand. So the values around it have already been changing. But now that he will be standing across the sky from Mars, it's that much more of passion and fire, because Mars is about fire, passion, and movement, and it'll be that much more of a passion about releasing what is old and coming to grips with why you are doing what it is that you are doing, and bringing in a balance between patriarchal ideas of success and then balancing that with the divine feminine, with the divine mother, and what that can look like and what it should look like. So you'll be asking those questions and coming to grips with it. And then 2 days later, on the 14th, then we will have Mars standing across the sky in opposition to Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. And then he will soon after that do the same thing in the second half of June with Pluto. But we'll get to that during the second half of June. But both of these, all of this energy is very powerful. It's very strong. It is very life-changing, because how you are moving in the world, Aries, is going to take a shift. It's going to take a shift because Saturn is asking you to face your fears. What is it that you are afraid of? What is it that you don't want to look at? So Saturn is asking you to look at that. And then so within your own natal chart, I'm shuffling the cards for you, Aries, for Spirit to give a word regarding the first half of June for you. So with this Saturn standing across from Mars energy, there is this question of you facing your fears and taking action, not taking action because you are afraid, but all of this is going to be called into question, and the things that you will need to do, the moves that you will have to make, the boldness that you will need, and the bravery that you will need regarding this area of your career and the changes that must be made, and your reputation in the world. The change is here. And then, so there is something in the back of your mind that you already know, you've already been thinking about it, you wanted to do it, you wanted to move forward. but you had been afraid. Well, that fear is being called on the carpet, and it is time for you to step out and to make a move in bravery and trusting that Spirit is here for you and guiding you. Okay? And so that is what is happening astrologically in the first part of June. And then so I have these cards that have come out. We have first the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Wands. This is the African American Tarot deck, followed by the Nine of Cups, followed by the Three of Pentacles, followed by the King of Swords, and then the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So these cards have come out here for you. So absolutely what we have is movement. And it's just what we've been talking about. The cards absolutely relating to movement are here. The Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So there is open arms for you, loving and open arms for you, welcoming your movement forward. You have had a desire, Nine of Cups. You have had a desire about how you want to move your life forward, something that you wanted to do this is relating to your career, absolutely. We have the Three of Pentacles here, so you have had a desire in your area of career, falling in line with what we discussed regarding what's happening in the sky. So you have had this desire, and you have wondered, would it be a welcome change? Would you be welcome in this new area of your career, of your social standing? So for some of you, Aries, this is going to be your actual career. For some of you, this is going to be that change in life, getting married or moving to a whole new area, because we have a lot of fourth house involvement with Cancer. So this is moving of the home. And when you move and you change places, then your reputation, your career, how you are seen in the world changes. But this is something that you have longed for and a desire, and you get your wish fulfillment because you use your skills that you have gained over time. You've learned how to maneuver. You've learned how to work in this particular area, even if it is moving. With this Gemini energy, you have learned how to speak to people. You have learned how to be a part of the community. You've learned how to talk to all different types of people. So with that, you are able to move quickly. So there will be a sudden and a quick change for you. And there is an involvement of an air sign tied to this with this King of Swords. So this is a very solid, a very intellectual person who is able to detach. So we have the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius here. And if they are not that sun sign, it could be their sun, moon, or a Venus or Mars personal planet, because they carry this energy very strongly, where they're very brilliant, they're able to speak, and they're able to communicate. But this is a person who is helping you to move forward, helping you to shed what is no longer working, and to help you to move into your wish fulfillment. Okay? So this is what we have for you in the first part of June. I thank you for watching. If you have made it to the end of this video, please check me out on Instagram at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be on Instagram at LD Hinton 1MS, and you can find me there. I'm going to do a live ritual for the new moon in Gemini, and so we will focus on those areas and setting intentions for you, Aries. You can also check me out on my website, lateesha.com, if you would like a reading from me, and I will have all of the other information listed below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great first half of June.